Welcome in my little place in the internet, place in the sun. I'm coming today to explain my practice for this year that was inspired actually by one of the tarot tubers here on YouTube, Coyote Tarot, that last year did 47 days with 47 tarots when she used all her tarots one at a time, one day at a time, to see how they work for her. When I was watching her video, I came to the conclusion that for me, one day is not enough, and I was thinking, how could I bring some more time with what I already have and learn more about my tarot decks. So I came up with this 52 weeks of tarot, which means that each week of the year 2026, I make a practice around one of the decks. It's not the only deck that I am using in that week, but I'm putting time in my morning routine for working with it, for working with its guidebook, if it has one, of course, and also working some different maybe pairs or maybe what different practices or ways of reading I can do with a certain tarot. I happen to have more than 52 tarots, but conveniently, the three of them that would not fit within that year are ones that have very specific purpose. So they would not really fit within this way of working. So I can today maybe share those three that are not making it. This is just an introductory video because I'm planning to do every month a look back to what I use in this practice and my conclusions and how the deck work for me. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it every month. As someone with some chronic health issues and also a lot of problems with energy lately, I cannot predict how I'm gonna feel whole year, but I'm hoping that I can do and make it happen. So maybe let's start with one of the first ones that is not gonna be part of the practice. So this is relative tarot. This is something that is exclusively used in my collection for ancestral work. It doesn't get used for anything else. Its sole purpose is ancestral work. It lives on my ancestral altar. So I didn't want to bring it into the practice that makes me use it in a different ways. I want to keep the energy of the deck completely within what it's doing. So this is a relative tarot. The next one is literary tarot, which currently I have a different practice going on with it. I prefer not to mix it, so I'm going card by card and reading the classics associated with each of the cards. That's why I also didn't want to mix it in. I prefer to keep it for this practice, so I'm not mixing the cards that I already read the classic from and which ones I didn't. I go a little bit deeper how the story in the classic is referring to the card, what is some additional messages that might come out of that book. So it's already a deck that I'm working with very, very strongly and constantly because I read a lot and I'm making sure that I have my dosage of classics within a month. So this is one that already has certain practice going on and I didn't feel like putting it into another one. And the last deck that is the Urban Tarot, and this deck I use for dream work. This is a deck that for me really well works when it comes to dreams. This is how I see dreams in my head. They're a bit like washy-washy, but still very realistic in a way. But there are different elements, but a lot of dream decks have this cartoony aspect to them, and this is not how I see dreams in my head. So I wanted a deck that really portrays how I see within my dreams. It works greatly for that, and I want to keep it as just a deck that is used for that. It's not mixed up with any other use. So yeah, this is the Urban Tarot. So that would be it when it comes to the decks that are not being used for this practice. I will shortly come back with my review of my January decks that I did. Yeah, that's it.